It's called Monster Ball. We do the bashing, you get the thrashing. Let's play ball, come on!
Released on August 25th, 1989, Little Monsters is a fantasy comedy about an 11-year-old boy named Brian Stevenson who moves with his family to a new suburb, discovers a real monster living under his bed, and spends the next several nights sneaking through a portal into an underground world of eternal junk food and video games. 3 of its cast members are real siblings. One became one of the most famous monster avoiders in show business, one became a politician, one got fired from his own television show, and one sadly died. So what happened to the cast of Little Monsters? Howie Mandel plays Maurice, the blue-skinned, wild-haired monster who lives under Brian's bed and introduces him to the underworld. He is the film's center of chaos and energy, joyful and reckless in equal measure, and embodies the central problem with every truly fun thing: you can have too much of it. Howie Mandel was born Howard Michael Mandel on November 29, 1955, in Toronto, Ontario, into a Jewish family of Romanian and Polish descent. His father was a lighting manufacturer and real estate investor. Mandel was expelled from high school after impersonating a school official and hiring a construction company to begin building an addition, a prank so elaborate it was treated as genuine until discovered. He worked as a carpet salesman before a dare from friends led him to the amateur stage at the Comedy Store in Los Angeles, where a producer spotted him. He became nationally known as Dr. Wayne Fiscus on the NBC medical drama St. Elsewhere, 1982 to 1988, and voiced Gizmo in Gremlins, 1984, and its sequel. After Little Monsters, Howie Mandel created and starred in the animated children's series Bobby's World, which ran 8 seasons on Fox from 1990 to 1998. He hosted Deal or No Deal from 2005 to 2009, a role his wife Terry, his high school sweetheart and wife since 1980, convinced him to take when he was resistant. He has been a judge on NBC's America's Got Talent since 2010, the longest-serving judge in the show's history, and is a distant cousin of Israeli violinist Itzhak Perlman. He has spoken publicly for decades about his OCD and mysophobia, a severe fear of germs, that has led him to replace handshakes with fist bumps, shave his head entirely because the feel of hair exacerbates his anxiety, and purchase a second house during COVID-19 to isolate from the rest of his family. Inside my head, he has said, it is a war zone. His memoir, Here's the Deal, Don't Touch Me, 2009, was a New York Times bestseller. He is 70 years old as of May 2026. Ben Savage plays Eric Stevenson, Brian's younger brother. The one who actually sees the monster first is not believed, and watches with complete satisfaction as the rest of the film proves him right. It is the most relatable character in the movie. Ben Savage was born Benjamin Savage on September 13, 1980, in Chicago, Illinois, 4 years after his older brother Fred, and 2 years after his older sister Kayla. All 3 Savage children appeared in this film, though Kayla's roles were uncredited. Ben was 8 years old when he played Eric, growing up in Glencoe alongside his siblings and watching Fred become a television star in real time. After Little Monsters, Ben Savage was cast at 12 as Corey Matthews in Boy Meets World, ABC, 1993 to 2000, growing up on screen simultaneously with his brother Fred in the same television universe, with Fred's character even appearing as a guest on his show. He reprised Corey as an adult teacher in the Disney Channel sequel Girl Meets World, 2014 to 2017, and graduated from Stanford University with a degree in political science in 2004. In August 2022, he ran for the West Hollywood City Council and finished 7th in a race where the top 3 won seats. In March 2023, he announced his candidacy for California's 30th Congressional District, the seat vacated by Adam Schiff, and was defeated in the primary by State Assemblywoman Laura Friedman. He married Tessa Angermeyer in February 2023 and announced their first child in May 2025. He is 45 years old as of May 2026. Fred Savage plays Brian Stevenson, the new kid in the neighborhood who discovers that monsters are real, that this is actually great news, and who then discovers that spending too much time in the monster world has consequences. It is the film's central role, and requires a 12-year-old to carry almost every scene. He carries them. Fred Savage was born Frederick Aaron Savage on July 9, 1976, in Chicago, Illinois, and raised in Glencoe, a North Shore suburb. His father, Louis, was an industrial real estate broker. His mother, Joanne, ran a recruiting firm. Fred began acting at 6. At 11, he played the grandson who reads The Princess Bride to his grandfather.
Is this a kissing book?
And at 12 was cast as Kevin Arnold in The Wonder Years, the coming-of-age drama narrated by Daniel Stern as Kevin's adult voice. He became the youngest actor ever nominated for an Emmy Award for Best Lead Actor in a Comedy Series, receiving 2 Emmy nominations and 2 Golden Globe nominations before he was 15. After The Wonder Years ended in 1993, Fred Savage returned to high school, attended Stanford University, then quietly rebuilt a career behind the camera, directing episodes of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Modern Family, Blackish, The Connors, and dozens of other series. He was the natural choice to executive produce and direct the 2021 reboot of The Wonder Years. In 1993, costume designer Monique Long had sued him and co-star Jason Hervey for sexual harassment when Savage was 16. The case settled out of court. In 2018, a Grindr crew member filed an assault and battery complaint. Fox investigated and found no wrongdoing. In May 2022, Disney fired him as showrunner and director of the reboot after multiple female crew members reported a pattern of harassment, verbal abuse, and in one alleged instance, physical assault. 6 women described their experiences in detail to The Hollywood Reporter. Savage denied the most serious allegations while acknowledging that people had been hurt. He has not directed a major television series since. In February 2025, he told the New York Times he had founded Timepiece Grading Specialists, a watch authentication and valuation company in Dayton, Ohio. He is 49 years old as of May 2026. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. We release new videos every week. Kayla Savage plays 2 uncredited little monsters in the underworld scenes, meaning all 3 Savage children were in the same film at ages 11, 10, and 8, without the audience ever knowing the youngest and eldest were there. It is quietly the most concentrated gathering of the Savage family that cinema has produced. Kayla Savage was born Kayla Lynn Savage on October 16, 1978, in Highland Park, Illinois, the middle Savage sibling. She began acting at 10, appearing in over 50 episodes of the NBC soap opera Santa Barbara, 1989 to 1991. After Little Monsters, she built a steady 2-decade television career, NYPD Blue, That 70s Show, 8 Simple Rules, and Aliens in America, among her credits. She married musician Jared Flam in 2003. Their father, Louis Savage, died in 2015. In 2024, she left acting entirely and joined the faculty of Brentwood School in Los Angeles as an upper school theater teacher, directing productions including The Play That Goes Wrong for the 2025 school year. She is 47 years old as of May 2026. Frank Whaley plays Boy, the kid being pranked by Maurice and Brian during one of their night visits. It is a brief role, but the film's clearest illustration of the monster world's logic. The fun comes entirely at someone else's expense. Frank Whaley was born Frank Joseph Whaley on July 20th, 1963, in Syracuse, New York, the son of a working-class family. He graduated from the University at Albany with a theater degree in 1985, studied at the Actors Studio in New York, and co-founded the Malaparte Theater Company with Ethan Hawke, Robert Sean Leonard, and Steve Zahn. He was already working steadily in film when this came out. Field of Dreams and Born on the 4th of July were both released the same year. After Little Monsters, Frank Whaley assembled one of the more quietly impressive filmographies of his generation. Young Archie Moonlight Graham in Field of Dreams, 1989, Robbie Krieger in Oliver Stone's The Doors, 1991. He plays his own guitar in every musician role. The Unfortunate Brett in Pulp Fiction, 1994, The Man in the Apartment Whose Morning is Ended by Jules and Vincent, and the tormented assistant in Swimming with Sharks, 1994. He won the Waldo Salt Screenwriting Award at the Sundance Film Festival for Joe the King, 1999, and has directed 3 further films. He has appeared in Luke Cage, Ray Donovan, Gotham, and Curb Your Enthusiasm, and continues working in theater with the New Group in New York. He is 62 years old as of May 2026. Devon Rattray plays Ronnie Coleman, the school bully who makes Brian's new suburban life miserable before the monster world provides an outlet for his frustration and a lesson about the difference between harmless mischief and genuine cruelty. It was not his most famous bully role. The following year, at 13, he played Buzz McAllister, Kevin's sneering, tarantula-owning older brother, in Home Alone, 1990. Devon Rattray was born on January 11th, 1977, in New York City, to 2 actor parents. He graduated from Fiorello H. LaGuardia High School and had been working in film since age 9. He reprised Buzz in Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, 1992, and Home Sweet Home Alone, 2021, making him the only actor to appear in 3 Home Alone films. He worked steadily in supporting roles afterward: Nebraska, 2013, Hustlers, 2019, alongside Jennifer Lopez, Kimmy, 2022, alongside Zoe Kravitz, and a memorable appearance as Huel in Better Call Saul. On December 8th, 2021, at a fan convention in Oklahoma City, he was arrested after allegedly pushing his girlfriend onto a hotel bed, pressing his hand against her throat and his other hand over her mouth, and telling her, according to the affidavit, "This is how you die." He was charged with felony domestic assault and battery by strangulation. He pleaded guilty in February 2024 and received a 3-year suspended sentence. He has denied the allegations. He is 49 years old as of May 2026. Rick Ducommun plays Snick, the genuinely menacing villain of the monster underworld. Where Maurice is chaos dressed as fun, Snick is the thing the chaos is actually covering for. He is not fun at all, and Rick Ducommun plays him with the full commitment of someone who understood exactly what the role required. Rick Ducommun was born Richard Ducommun on July 3, 1952, in Prince Albert, Saskatchewan, Canada. He grew up on a farm, ran away from home at 14, and found stand-up comedy on a dare at a Vancouver club. Alan Thicke brought him to Los Angeles for Thicke of the Night, a late-night show intended to rival Johnny Carson that failed within a year. He weighed more than 420 pounds. He lost over 200 pounds in 18 months, and the weight loss opened doors: Die Hard, 1988, then The Burbs, 1989, where he beat out SCTV veterans Dave Thomas and Rick Moranis for the role of Art Weingartner, Tom Hanks' paranoid neighbor. Director Joe Dante later said most of his funniest lines were entirely ad-libbed. After Little Monsters, Rick Ducommun continued working through the 1990s. Groundhog Day, 1993, The Hunt for Red October, 1990, Encino Man, 1992, Last Action Hero, 1993, and Blank Check, 1994. He recorded 2 HBO stand-up specials. His brother Peter later said what people admired most was his stand-up, comedian's comedian, and a great storyteller. He was seriously ill with diabetes complications for the last 5 years of his life and died on June 12, 2015 at a hospice in Vancouver, British Columbia, surrounded by his family, at the age of 62. The cast spent the next 3 decades finding out who they were, one through politics, one through a career rebuilt after public disgrace, one through the discovery that she preferred teaching theater to performing in it, one through an attachment to the monster world's logic that eventually cost him the show that bore his name. The monsters under the bed, as it turns out, were already in the room. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest videos exploring your favorite casts from the past.